All right, so today's video, we are doing TikTok reacts. There you go. That's where we're at. So first off, we have Neandra. They always have awesome TikToks. Always worth checking out. And this is useless Overwatch facts while we wait for Season 13. Now, obviously, it is Season 13 now, but we'll see what happens.
You can only have one Malma ult active on a team at once. If Echo places one down while Malma has his up, it will be deleted.
Wait,
King of the Hill points
I didn't know that.
are all on one map, right?
Yes, I knew.
Like you can see
yes, I knew.
base from downtown, while you can also ping health kits from other points if you get the angle.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Now has a skin
That's cool.
for 3 different Blizzard franchises. Overwatch 2 is now mostly negative on Steam, down from overwhelmingly negative. Beekeeper
Just to point out about this one, chat, like just to rewind. Now, obviously, there's been some, in these reviews, there was some, there was some pretty good feedback from it, but initially when the game first released, from my understanding, a lot of the reviews were, because at the time, Overwatch was taken away, or Blizzard games weren't able to be played in China at the time, believe it or not. So a lot of, this was the way for like a lot of people to like be able to go on there and just be like, hey, like, we want to be able to play Overwatch and we can't because you just took Overwatch away from us. So this was a way for them to kind of like go on there and put a bunch of reviews. It's like something that happened. So, hey, you know what? We take it, okay? We'll take it. It's coming up from where it was before, all right? That's good, right? I don't know if you can play Overwatch in China yet, but I think they're like very close to having it there again. Anyway, doesn't mean it wouldn't be mostly negative or like even like mixed reviews, but it was definitely a huge part of that, so.
Beekeeper Sigma's shield
Yep,
has
I show chat this one. That's cool, isn't it?
Lifeweaver's Rose victory pose always makes his hair glow white, even if the skin has a different color. In
That's
the
cool.
Overwatch 2 announcement cinematic, one of the license plates says "Rally to me."
Oh.
Anna's mythic weapon has the words "faith" or "belief" written around the scope. Also,
I didn't know
you can
that.
loop her sleep dart spin indefinitely.
Yep, scroll wheel.
In practice range, there's a few icicles that can be broken.
Oh.
Also, if you land a concussion mine on the edge of this platform, it'll snap sideways. Sombra's face changer skin shows her current face on the SMG. Symmetra has 3 rare recolors named after flowers and 1 called Technomancer. This is a reference to one of her early pieces of concept art, where she was actually named Technomancer at one point.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, like I said, Neandra, they always do an amazing job, so if you ever have a chance, check them out. Like, definitely worth it. We have a lot of Neandra reacts that we have on these TikToks. Always really good content. It's like super cool information that you'll never know. Things that you might know, but like there's more details. Like I saw things like I knew, but like I didn't know you could ping a health pack on a different map. That's cool. Next up, we have the Omnic post saying Moira's connection to the next Overwatch hero. Ooh, that's interesting.
But it is safe to say at this point that Freaks is a gang of revolutionaries in Europe, including Scotland. And we can presume that the new tank hero is going to be part of that gang. The biggest question I personally had was, why are these European guys raiding Oasis? Well, one theory I've been seeing going around, that I kind of like, is that these guys are former experiments of Moira. Moira used to have a lab on Oasis. They really liked her. They even made her the Minister of Genetics. Good choice. So that kind of connects. And then there's the black orb. A lot of you pointed out in my comments that that might be ferrofluid. But what if it's not? What if it's part of the experiment? Something they found somewhere and that Moira studied and used to augment some of her experiments, like Reaper and all of these guys in Freaks. So they escaped, they formed a gang, and now they're back to claim that black goo for themselves. And the new hero, let's call him Freak for now, is their leader. Maybe. Most likely.
You know what? Don't you love when we have to speculate on all lore in Overwatch? Come on. Every TikTok reacts the same thing for me. Just TV show. Warden OW, and it just says here Overwatch season 13 is a troll. Okay, I don't know what that means, but let's find out.
Have got to be fucking trolling. Season 13 of Overwatch is going to contain 4 Kiriko skins, 3 Mercy skins, a 3rd DPS mythic skin in a row, scrapped PvE content that was supposed to come with Overwatch 2's launch, remastered Junkenstein game mode, by the way, and once again adding content that should—
I'm gonna pause. If that is being referenced to the arcade mode, while yes, they probably could have drawn some inspiration from like the talents in PvE, I have a feeling from everything that I've seen when it comes to pickable passives, to comes to how that mode is, when you look at that mode, that feels like a mode fleshed out for something completely different than PvE. When it comes to like the actual, like the UI, Because a UI that advanced right now makes me think that is for something else. Because they were, if you read all the stories about like PvE, like that UI wasn't even existent there. So I think there's more to it than just like, oh, this is the PvE stuff they had. Here you go. Like, I think some of the talents, yes, they probably took like that when you were doing talents, but I think the UI, I think it's meant for something even more in Overwatch. I would not doubt it if we get to a point where they add all that stuff to the actual game. But I think they're using it. I think they're using the mode as like a testing phase without saying like, oh, here's a quick play hack. Go try this out. I think they're actually using it as like almost like an alpha test of like something they want to put into the game in the near future. If I look at previous arcade modes they've added and I look at previous things they've done, this is the most polished we've seen of anything they've done in a long, long time.
Should have been added on launch. I genuinely feel like Blizzard is literally doing this on purpose anymore. It truly feels like it. I mean, the signs were there the entire time, from them all the way saying way back that they said D.Va was not overperforming like we were all saying. But I feel like this has to be like an actual troll. Like there's literally no fucking way. Let me go.
Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second because they're gonna go like, oh, D.Va wasn't. Okay, so like they're saying like, oh no, D.Va actually was not underperforming. D.Va's overperforming because in my games, D.Va's dominating. Both can be right. D.Va can be dominating, but that doesn't mean that the hero's underperforming, right? To give you an idea, Orisa has the lowest win rate in Overwatch, or one of the lowest win rates, but they're not buffing Orisa this season, which, by the way, once again, don't get me started on Orisa metas because I'm in top 500. It's Orisa's like every game. Point being is that both things can be right. It can be frustrating to play against the hero when you want the hero nerfed, and the hero can also be underperforming. Does that make sense?
Go ahead and use this as like a format, okay? I need y'all to understand. The last time Mei got a skin was that hippie skin that she got. I'm like 90% sure that was like 5 seasons ago. Ramattra has had nothing new anytime soon. Baptiste.
Okay, unless I'm losing it, didn't Mei just get a skin this battle pass?
East hasn't gotten anything anytime soon. Zarya hasn't gotten anything anytime soon at all, besides a few rare skins. And guess what? Kiri's getting 4 legendary skins. Juno's getting a legendary skin for the My Hero collab. We're getting a new tank hero before we get a Venture legendary skin. Look, I don't give a shit what the fuck y'all think about Venture. Every single other character getting something before Venture is just actually ridiculous to me.
I agree that Venture should have a skin sooner. It's very interesting because it felt like it was kind of like a bunch of different points that kind of all just were everywhere. But like, I think that the problem people have with the Ramattra one is they feel like it could have been like more to it. But even then, yeah. Okay, next up we have from ClassicMandy, has a stitch with flats and says the Ramattra disrespect has to stop.
What is Ramattra pummel? No longer pierces barrier?
I have never seen a character get more disrespected than Ramattra in this game. Wasn't the whole selling point of Ramattra to be a brawler to go through shields? Because the whole point of this character is to make them put that damn shield down.
I do got to point out, Ramattra is a tempo tank, okay?
Marketed as you better swing on me. You better swing on me. Because if you're not finna swing on me, you about to get swung on. It's also premium disappointing because he was also marketed as this supreme air support.
I was gonna say, I hope that he brings up the Vortex. Remember when I did my creator card, I put the Vortex in to actually work? That was what I said. I was like, I literally put as like the thing, I'm like, can we just make Vortex actually do what we thought it was supposed to do? I specifically remember seeing like Pharah getting brought down from the sky, all that. Then you put it down and like Farah's like 2 feet above it, like, haha.
Counter, which he's really not. Saying his pummel can't aggress shields anymore is actually insane because now they're just gonna pick shields and absolutely run ham on him. They at least gave him more damage to the shield. That's not an improvement. He can already punch past it. Because what's going to happen? They're going to pick a shield tank, any shield tank, mind you, and then just hide behind the shield and heal up to max capacity while he's still trying to beat it down. Then they're going to roll his ass because there's no need to be scared of him anymore. Blizzard, please, just give me more reasons to leave this for Marvel Rivals.
I love the energy there. I love the energy. Next up, we have Atlas_AV, guide, target priority, and focus fire in Overwatch 2.
Be shooting Bastion, Mercy, Reaper, or Zarya. We can
Mercy.
figure out who to prioritize with a simple checklist.
Mercy.
First priority is whoever is shooting at you. Second priority is
No.
whoever's threatening your team. Finally,
No.
if nobody's an immediate threat, we look to shoot whoever our team is focusing on. If we focus the Mercy, the uncontested Bastion will have free reign to shred us the...
Uh-oh. No, you shoot the Mercy. You would shoot the Mercy here because... Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to go back to this. Let me watch this again. Target priority.
Prioritize with a simple checklist. First priority is whoever is shooting at you. Second priority is whoever is threatening your team. Finally, if nobody is an immediate threat, we look to shoot whoever.
Okay, so target priority here, if I'm in this situation, would be Mercy first, and then Bastion or Reaper first, because in this situation, probably Reaper to get out cooldowns, Bastion dependent. It's like a 50-50. But definitely Mercy first. You have to kill Mercy first, because this is how you just die to a pocketed Bastion. Zarya, don't worry about Zarya right now. Yeah, it would go Mercy and then Bastion or Reaper. It depends, it's situational. If Bastion's out of turret form, then Bastion. If Bastion's in turret form, Reaper to force out cooldowns. But I also want to be standing right here, because if you're standing right here, you get rolled.
Whoever our team is focusing on. If we focus the Mercy, the uncontested Bastion will have free reign to shred us the entire fight. Instead,
yeah, but if you play cover, then the Bastion can't do that, and the Mercy would die regardless.
According to the checklist, we should focus the Bastion to keep our team safe from his turret cooldown. Eliminating a threat instead of going after a support leaves the enemy team with nobody for the supports to heal and not enough damage to put up a fight. This team has Genji's Blade and Ana's Nano Boost online, making a Nano Blade combo their best option for the next fight.
So you shoot the Ana.
In this case, it is best to focus the Ana even though
Correct.
she uses support, as long as we do it before she uses Nano. This is because her Nano Boost is the biggest threat in her team and preventing her from getting an awful ruin their plans to fight. Nano Boost that subscribe button.
Well, the interesting part is that the second part is correct, but that also applies to the first part. So it's the second part is actually what you would. Anyway, I would recommend shooting the Mercy first. It's all, but keep in mind, I wouldn't look at it like as, I guess, like cut and dry as this. Like I think it's like there's a lot more dynamics. Like I sometimes will shoot at the Mercy, sometimes I'll shoot at the Bastion. It depends. If the Mercy's in a good position, it's hard to shoot the Mercy, so you shoot the Bastion, the force pressure, but then you shoot the Mercy when you see the Mercy. Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, kittenxjuice and says things to avoid while playing Overwatch.
Things to avoid while playing Overwatch. Number 1, playing Overwatch.
I knew that was happening. All right, next one we have here is from TacoAirplane saying nerf Mauga. Okay, let's see what this is about. What would Nerf and Mauga do in that situation? It's just two tanks standing at each other shooting. That's not going to change anything. The Life Weaver tree, a Kiriko ultimate, every ult in the game. Like, that, of course, that's just how it goes. That's just, you know? You're on the edge of your seat the whole time. Listen, that's just you can Nerf Mauga all day long. That's just going to happen. I mean, I don't think Nerf and Mauga would do anything. I look at that and I go, yep, that's Mauga versus Mauga with a bunch of ults at once. All right, next up we have ZippierBoat, and it just says this says Overwatch 2 and then Tickle Monster. That's all I see. So I don't know what that means. Let's find out. One cannot explain how this is physically possible. Okay. What? They're gonna charge now. Okay. I got nothing on that one. I'll be real with you. It's because of the slam, but I got nothing on that one. I'll be real with y'all. Like, I feel like that should have been a kill on the Mauga. We call that a classic unlucky. Last TikTok react, we have Boger47. Obviously, we know Boger. Boger says, PvE will never return to Overwatch 2.
Haven't played Overwatch in a few years, and I saw that the campaign is out, but when is the rest of it going to come out? Oh, you poor
no,
soul.
I'm sorry.
First time message, I'm so sorry. Who's gonna tell him? Oh god. They scrapped the PvE, and they fired everyone that worked on it. I'm sorry, dude. There's nothing here for you, just leave. back to Apex then. Okay, I don't think Apex is any better. You went from to slightly less smelly. Either way, you do you, brother. You do you.
Oh no, they didn't know. I mean, Boger had the exact same response as me. He's like, yeah, feels bad. I know how it feels. I mean, chat knows that even before Overwatch 2 was released, I was excited for PvE 2. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes. If you haven't, leave a comment. All of that helps. If you want to submit your own TikToks to react to, or when I say your own TikToks, I mean TikToks you would like us to react to, or other stuff, spectating, etc. My Discord's in the description below. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. Also stream on YouTube, so stop by if you haven't. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day/night.